What's up everybody? So we are getting started with our third batch and we're taking things a little bit more serious now. We're hoping, because the last batch was actually really good, we're hoping to perfect or near perfect the recipe with the third one so that we can move on to doing flavouring and concentrate on this behind the scenes and get this sold to the public. So exciting times, nervous times. I'm a little nervous to get it sold to the public.
Yeah, this is sort of like the final phase before we start bulking things up and...
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose the next step after this would be to get our licenses so that when we do make a nice big large batch to sell out, we can legally do it.
Yeah, exactly. And getting the licenses and stuff in the UK is going to be a process that we're hoping to share with you guys in the near future, probably in the next couple months.
Yeah, or a couple of weeks really.
Couple of weeks or something like that, there or thereabouts. So let's get this started. So we have our honey, we have our scales, we have wrote everything down to the T.
Yep.
It's basically to a scientific standard now. We have our 2.6 grams of yeast. We have 2.4 grams of fermented oil, which there will be 2 batches of fermented oil, one right now and one in 48 hours from when it's put in. We're gonna have, where is it? How much honey is it? Starting gravity, honey. 1.38 kilograms of honey right now. And then once it's done and we're happy with it, we're gonna back sweeten it with 300 grams, making a total of 1.68 grams of honey. We are using our favorite Horton honey from here in Cheshire, where we are right now. We have some spring water, and that's pretty much it. Our starting ABV, our starting gravity should be 1.092, and then it should end,
hopefully,
at 1.02, and it should be a roughly 12% alcohol. That's it. 5 litre batch. We are now using a bucket so that we can stir this correctly.
Yeah.
We do have a new scale, although the scale is smaller than the bucket.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna have to do is botch this a little bit by putting this on first. We're gonna wait for it to go. There we go.
We will eventually get an industrial size scale, but for now,
this does the trick.
We only bought this bucket like yesterday, so
yeah, this will definitely do the trick for now.
Tear that.
So boom. And then we can get started putting exactly how much honey in again, bro?
1.38 kilograms.
1.38. This is going to be a much easier and quicker process.
Yeah. The good thing about this is as well, there's no more shaking of the demijohns. We can get a paddle in there and stir it.
Exactly.
And hopefully that also helps as well, because you're not putting loads of oxygen into the mixture. It's just a nice stir.
That's true. Honey, honey, honey. Oh.
How much easier is it though, rather than getting the funnel and putting it in a demijohn?
Much easier, isn't it?
And this is also a bit, not quite a practice, but it's a look into how we're going to do things when we ramp up the volumes of everything. This is a 25 litre drum, which does have a lid that we can put in a stopper on as well. So we're kind of almost ready to
move on, aren't we?
Yeah, as soon as we feel like the flavour of our final product, sort of before / just slightly after back sweetening. Yeah. Once we're happy with that, we're pretty much ready.
Yeah, it's much easier to get all the honey out of here as well. Like, look how much is actually out of these jars. Because I feel like we were always kind of rushing and panicking with the funnel.
Yeah.
Like, making sure it doesn't overflow. But look at this, like, I'm literally nearly empty on this now. I know a lot of people put water in these and then, like, swill them about, but we're trying to be way more scientific here. I'm gonna call that
we don't want to be messing around with like numbers and potentially getting lost if we've got like a little bit of water already in there. And
yeah, exactly. We want this to be to a T so that when we do larger batches, it is consistent.
Oh, it's so nice,
because consistency is the key. So we should only need one more in and then a little bit from the last jar.
Okay. It's easy. It's nice that we can literally just open it up, chuck it in.
Yeah, it really is. And what did we say we needed it to be at? 1.38?
Yep.
Perfect.
And what's great is we've been using Horton honey for all of our mixtures right now. And if you go on their website, they do have some information on there where we can potentially get a wholesale thing going on. Fingers crossed anyway, if they've got the quantity that we're after, but even if it's just for the first batch.
Yeah.
So it all helps.
Yeah. So 1.38 you said?
Yeah.
This is the last one. 1.3. Try not to go too far over here.
I also want to avoid touching the table just in case.
1.38 you said?
Yeah. We're close.
1.36. 37. Is that coming off a bit here?
Boom.
38.
Bang on 1.38. That's great.
Nice.
Yep. There we go.
So now, because we know that the demijohns that we're using are 5 litre, all we have to do is fill it up with water to the 5 litre mark, add the yeast, add the fermented oil.
Jobs are good.
That's it.
That's it. Give it a good stir.
Give it a good stir and then siphon it into the demijohn.
Right. Do we want to take
Yeah, we
this
can
off
take
the
that
scale?
off now. Let's get rid of this. And let's get the water in, shall we?
Mm.
So while I'm putting water in,
I can stir.
give it a
Check
bit
it
of a
out.
stir. Oh shit.
So, I mean, you can get these, I assume, online anywhere.
Yeah.
We popped over to, I think it's called Julie's Homebrew in Manchester.
Yeah, it's on Oldham Road.
Yeah. It's a really good shop, actually. There was loads of stuff there. Oh, that is thick.
With a double C.
Yeah. I think once we do go in with our industry scale batches, we might need a paddle on the end of a drill.
Yeah, that's a wise idea.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we're pretty close actually to the 5 litre.
Yeah. Do you want me to stop stirring for a
yeah,
second?
just so that we can get this exact, like...
Yeah, look at that. It's still very thick. And then we'll just have to give it a good old mix in. I'd say keep going.
A little bit?
Yeah.
I think it's uneven, the table.
Maybe. You're just below it on my side.
That's probably good. Right? I'm
Yeah.
marking on your side.
Just a bit below it.
Okay, let's put a tiny
Tiny
bit
bit more. There we go.
Perfect.
Crack on with the mixing. We'll find out which is easier, shaking a demijohn or stirring this by hand.
Yeah. But yeah, just get a like we've seen videos where people, when they're doing a bigger batch of like 25 litres or more, they literally have a piece on the end of a drill and just and it's done within.
You just what?
It's done within seconds. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, give it a go. Just trying to get stuff off the bottom of the...
Stirring it like it's a cauldron.
Yeah.
Looking pretty good, that.
I suppose once we do ramp things up, if we are happy with the taste of this towards the end, we're going to need a name for it.
We are going to need, and this is going to be our standard honey. So
It's going to be our first sort of thing. We did sort of play around with original because you've got your YouTube channel, Original Human. So maybe Original Mead.
Right.
But if you've got any suggestions, guys, we're always open to them if you put them in the comments or messages on Instagram. I've not been on the Instagram for about a few days now, actually, but
yeah, we should
I need to
definitely
catch up with some messages.
Definitely. I think that's good.
Yeah?
I'm not seeing any honey on the
There's
bottom.
no bits.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware.
So
let's add the fermented oil.
Oh, do we? Shall we not add the yeast first?
Let me check the thing real quick.
Woo. I suppose it's added at the same time, really, isn't it? Yeah, that's looking nice, that.
Yeah, add the fermented oil.
Alright, add it first.
Yeah, that's what it's saying on the instructions. Again, we're using Omnimead. It's a bit of help.
Yeah. The calculator on that website's been absolutely fantastic.
It really has.
So, fermented. This is the first batch of 2.4 grams going in.
Yep. Is that everything? You could put a little bit of the honey in it, the water in it, and
what? Give it a scoop and then
why
back
not,
in.
right?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll mix that in. Make sure it's a bit more consistent.
Oh, you can smell it.
You can.
The fermented dough immediately starts like the almost like that beer smell to it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's just nutrition for the yeast. A little bit of clumpiness going on, but seems like it won't break up that well.
I suppose it helps that we've already broken down the honey. What we can do is pump this into a demijohn and give it a good shake
Give
anyway.
it another shake, yeah.
Only a little one.
And then
we've already got the yeast here, so it's going to be 2.6 grams of yeast. We've had this in warm water so that it's activating as we've been starting.
Yep.
And that's going
Pop
into
that in. I'll give that a little stir in. And that is it. We could technically just leave it in here for the duration, but I also really like documenting it in a demijohn.
Yeah,
I think
you
it's
can see
nice
the
to be able to
results.
see the consistency of how clear it is and all that lot. So let's pop it in.
Yeah,
We
I
should be good.
reckon we can cut the end of this off and put it in a drill.
Yeah, probably
Because
good.
it's got holes at the bottom.
The only thing we need is to, because it's round, maybe if we cut like little
Hexagon
angles
shape.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's
Pop that down there.
put this in here. Put that in there. I'm going to lower this down to the floor.
Yeah. This has all been sanitised as well. We've been pretty good
Star
with
san.
Yeah.
And then if you want to give it a pump. Try
Should
and get
start in
every
a second.
single little bit. Yep, there we go.
Yep, I'm going to tip it as well, just so that
Yeah,
we've got
we
everything.
need every single little bit in. And if we really need to, we can go and get the funnel and pour any remaining out that's not in there if we really need to. Perfect. And then we get a gravity reading.
Yeah. You can't see Luke, he's off camera, I apologise. But he is down there with a demijohn. We're going to pump it into there and get a reading as well once the majority of all that is in. We'll have enough room, surely.
Yeah, I think so.
These
You know
can
what I'm
hold
gonna
just
do?
over 5 litres.
I'm going to go get the funnel real quick because I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Looking good.
I'm going to tip this upside down just so we've got... Yes.
Look at that.
Look at that, that's perfect.
Look at that. Okay, so what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to just try and get, because there's some in the pipe.
Yeah, there's a little bit in there.
No! Alright,
Attempt
attempt
two.
number 2. There's none left in there now.
No.
That's all over the table.
It's all gone.
Alright.
Yeah, good idea holding on to it.
Okay, we need a little bit more. So what I'm going to do...
Look at that though, like there's absolutely nothing stuck on the bottom, which is really good. So everything's really nice and thoroughly mixed. Just going to pop this down here.
I think if I do that...
It should. It's not holding, is it?
No, it's not holding. So we're going to need to take a little bit out somehow. Unless we just do it in there.
We've got the...
We can just do it in here. We've got the height on it, haven't we?
Yeah.
We should be able to get this out. It's going to be... What did we say it was going to be at?
So the starting weight, gravity, sorry, we're going to be aiming for 1.092.
So it's going to be 1. That's 1.01. So it's going to be 1.092. We're looking for that little... It's basically in the middle of that white line there.
Alright.
Which one did I say?
So good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
It just goes to show you as well just how accurate the Omnimead calculator is too.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
So write
It's
that
been a really big
down, or I'll write it down in a bit because it's the same as it anyway. Do you know what we haven't done yet? And we'll clean this up in a second. Should we quickly just taste what this tastes like?
From a start.
It's got yeast in it and stuff. We probably shouldn't, should we? It's a bad
Is that a
idea,
good
Luke.
thing? Is that healthy? Can you do that?
Yeah, let us know. Alright, so all we need to do now is
Bung it up.
fill up this bung with some fresh water.
Yep. We've took the labels off, of course, but it is mineral water.
It is, yeah. Just a tiny bit. To the line. Fill lines right there.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my god, the table is a mess. It's going to be sticky because it's honey. Bung that up. Batch 3 done.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so what we'll be doing is in 48 hours, we will put in our second batch of Fur-Made O, and then in a month's time, we're gonna rack it into another one. I'm presuming we're gonna have the final weight at that point, the final gravity. And then we can back sweeten it, and it should be good as long as we just let it age. We'll get 6 bottles out of this. If it's as perfect as we think it will be, we will then build this to a 25 litre one.
Yep.
And then get our license and sell it to you guys.
I think what we should do is, if we are happy with this once it's back sweetened,
Yep.
make a few bottles.
Yep.
And then we can go around to all of our friends and family.
And let them taste it.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
People know what they think of the flavour.
Perfect. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to have some more tasting videos. We've got some more right here to taste soon. Some different types of meads. We're going to be doing some mead casts because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, like what types of bottles we want to put them in when we sell it, how to get the license, what we want to name it, a bunch of different stuff. So stay tuned, turn on notifications if you haven't already, and subscribe. And anything, any last words?
No, not that I can think of, really. But let us know if you, when we do ramp things up and we do end up able to sell it, let us know if you want a bottle.
All right, until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
Cool. I feel like we're getting so quick at it now.
Yeah.